I don't know if you want to go more into detail, but let's see, The Wrong Side of Life. Um, what line started this song for you? What started this song?
What do you mean?
Specifically when writing?
I think it was the first song was I'm sitting all alone and I feel like I'm fighting for you. I think at that time that sort of sums up what I was trying to say, you know. But it's a beautiful thing. It's wearing your heart on your sleeve and saying it as it is, to be honest. And you know, that in itself is a beautiful thing, you know, because even to feel that is nice, you know.
Is it something that just when you wrote these songs, you thought, well, maybe I need to hold back, or did Jamie help you to say, well, no, this is the way you have to go?
No, there was no holding back. That was whatever we were doing, whether we were, you know, going deep on emotions or doing a bit of a slower one or doing the more wilder, fast rock and rolling ones. There was definitely no holding back. It was full. Never. No.
Well, the first batch of songs you did with Zach, Tyler, and Lauren.
Yes.
For you, for me. I was thinking Zach and Tyler. They are from Mini Mansions.
They are, yes.
Yeah, and then
because they supported us on the. They were the band with the puppets. Sorry.
Yeah.
On tour, they were our band, and they're great musicians and great lads.
What made you decide to write? I think you wrote 3 songs with them. How did those?
Well, it was because when we finished the tour, Lauren, the drummer, has an apartment in New York, and he has like a home studio, you know, with all the. So I went there to write, and we would go in every day and jam, the 4 of us, and that's how those songs came about, from just jamming. And there was a lot more actually that we did. But them 2 were had something special, you know.
And then you took those songs to Jamie.
I played him them.
Yeah. How do you combine the new stuff that you wrote with Jamie with those 2 or 3 others?
Well, because that was the thing. When I played them, Jamie was like, "These are great, so let's." I guess it was. That style is sort of, we already knew what I wanted, you know what I mean? So
what did you want?
Like full on, I wanted the punky, the rock and roll, hints of glam, disco, and a couple of slow ones, you know what I mean? And so there was that, and vocally I felt like on that song Silver Screen, that is where I'm kind of doing, with the vocal on Wrong Side of Life, you know, where it's like that, it's almost I'm ripping the chords, but it sounds cool, it gets like attention. So knew I wanted to sort of enter that world, you know.
Is there something, why did you want to enter that world? I mean, with that.
It's something that I've always loved, and I always have touched on it, but I think entering on that more punky, it stemmed from when we wrote Bad Habits on the Shadow Puppets album. I think in a strange way that song could probably fit on this record, and when we were touring at that time we were covering The Fall, Totally Wired, and I was loving singing that, and people would say to me, "Oh, that's like a cool vibe for you," or whatever, you know, and it just felt right, and that Silver Screen's got that sort of thing.
Yeah. There's also one song with Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Loaded. There's one line. I think it's the same theme. The line is, "My baby is always threatening to leave."
Mm-hmm.
First question about this song: how did Lana Del Rey enter the?
It was it was at Jamie's gig. He was doing a gig in LA, an acoustic gig, and when I walked in, she was there, and we just started chatting. I'd met her before, and she said, like, "What are you doing this week?" I said, "Me and Jay are going to be writing." She said, "I'd love to hear that." Cut to the next day, didn't really think whatever, and then she FaceTimed me and Jamie, and she came over. Me and Jamie had written Loaded, the verses, and we had a real simple chorus. And she said, "Oh, I love that. Can I try something on the chorus?" And she did. And she started going da 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 da, and that it's quite a distinctive Lana melody, and it was just amazing, man. It was beautiful, and we finished it off, and that's how it happened, man. And she's amazing. Yeah.
What do you like about her sound?
I love it's so distinctive. And beautiful, really. You know what I mean? When we wrote a lot of tunes together around that time, man. Yeah, she's cool.
So maybe there's more to release.
Do like a duet record or something.
That's with her.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Yeah.
Is it something that you're planning, or is it a wish?
Yeah, probably a wish. Yeah, but it'd be great, you know. Yeah.
Well, the album is called Cooped Grace. It's also a song that you wrote with with Zach and with Tak. Why did you decide to name the album after the song? Is this really
well, where I always how I came Coup de Grace, how I came.
Sorry. Cool.
That's all right. Well, you can say whatever, but how I came about the word is from my love of wrestling. I'm a big WWE fan. My favourite wrestler, that was his finishing manoeuvre. And I just like that word, whatever. And then when we were jamming, doing that the disco-y song that ended up being that, I didn't have a chorus. And I became friends with this wrestler. And he texted me when we were jamming. And I just started going over the beat and the thing, coup de grace, coup de, thinking, oh, that's a cool melody, but maybe I'll write some lyrics later. But then and then I didn't know what it meant, but when it meant the meaning of it, like the final blow, the end, it's a very dramatic ending, and I just think with everything that was going on, it kind of, and for my weird love of wrestling as a nod to that as well, it just stuck, you know what I mean? It was just one of them. I couldn't go back from it once it was there, you know.
But I think with all the songs that you wrote afterwards with Jamie, was there some sort of thing that you had in your back, in the back of your mind, this album title, or was it?
It was maybe in the back there, but I guess I'd kind of. It was always in the back, yeah. But then there was definitely a time I kind of forgot about that song because we were writing so many. There were so many songs that were written. It was only when we went back to them, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, that tune, you know.
It sums up what...
It sort of turned up last minute again, you know what I mean?
Last question. Has the ex-girlfriend, has she heard the album, do you know?
I don't know.
And do you want her to hear the album? Or is it something you don't care?
No, I'd like her to, because it's... I just think it's sort of honest and real, and but there's some beautiful moments on there as well, you know, that I'd like that, you know, yeah, it wasn't all bad, you know what I mean? There was some beautiful moments as well that I think of a lot, you know.
And is there one song that you wrote about a beautiful moment that you can share?
It'd probably be that song Shavambacu is a beautiful love song that, or The Wrong Side of Life, that was for her as well, you know what I mean? Shavambacu was just this little, it's a beautiful song that ends the record. I thought that was a nice way to do it. And it was a nickname that we would sort of call each other, something daft, but it stemmed from my grandmother, that she would call my mum it. And it was this weird little nickname that was around the family. And for years, and when I was in New York writing, and me and Tyler were sat around the piano because he's a great pianist. And I remember speaking to my mum and said, "What does that word mean? You know, where's it come from?" And she said it was my grandmother, not being able to hear very well, would love this Dean Martin song called Je t'aime beaucoup. But she thought it was she'd always call it Shavambacu. My mum would be like, "It's not, it's Shavambacu," and she'd be like, "No, it's Shavambacu, whatever." So that was the idea for this song. It goes like, "I made it up in a dream I had. My French is bad. Some say je t'aime beaucoup. I say my darling Shavam." You know, it's a little cute song. It's just a little love one, you know. And I like it's got a nice sentiment, nice meaning towards behind it.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.